When we say we have nothing to say, or there's nothing to talk about, or I don't know what to write, or what to draw, or what to create, do we mean there's nothing? Absolutely nothing, no thoughts, no words, no images, or whatsoever going on in our mind? Or is it that nothing there seems to fit the context we are in whatsoever, or however we see the environment or the situation we are in, or that it doesn't fit the context, or it doesn't fit the context in a way that it doesn't seem good enough for the context. That's too loaded. I don't know what to talk about. I don't know what to talk about. I have no idea what to talk about. When we say we don't know what to talk about, or I don't have anything to say, or I don't have anything to write about, or I don't know what to draw, or what to paint, or what to take, does it mean there's really nothing, absolutely nothing, no thoughts, no words, no images whatsoever going on in our mind? Or is it that nothing that's in our mind, or nothing that we can think of, fits the context that needs that idea, or those words, or those thoughts? Or that even if they would fit them, they would fit the context, it just doesn't seem to be the right thing for it. So I guess in a way, that also means it doesn't fit the context. Yeah. How many times or how many opportunities have there been where there was a space to say something, there was a space to talk about, or there was a page in your notebook, ink in your pen, there was paint and canvas ready for anything, and we didn't take it because there doesn't seem to be anything to put out there? I guess it's one thing that it's hard to put something out there, it's hard to say something. It takes energy to write, it takes energy to paint, it takes energy even to just think clearly or to talk. And so one can argue that if you don't have anything worthwhile to say, if you don't have anything worth the context or helpful, or if you don't have the answer to whatever the question is, then it's not worth saying it at all. But if we think about it, one, how many times have a problem been solved just because of a random idea or a random thought? That someone out of the blue just said something, and then boom, everybody understood it. Everybody finally got the answer to the question. Or how many times have it been so difficult to actually say something when you have the answer, when we have the answer, the thought, the solution to the problem? So perhaps even if we could never really know when something is worth saying or something is worth sharing, maybe as long as it isn't something that's outright destructive, that's outright negative, maybe it's worth saying. Yeah, nothing, there's not, maybe there's nothing wrong with just saying something for no reason whatsoever. And to think about it even more, why would we need a reason to say something specific or to occupy another space in the world? Well, okay, there are a lot of reasons not to. Not really. Yeah, we have this instinct to always find a reason for things, to always try to rationalize every single thing that's happening, to find meaning, purpose in our lives before we actually start to just do living, to just before we actually start just living or just doing what we want to do. And there's nothing wrong with that. But if it's stopping us more than letting us be, letting us live, then perhaps we can start questioning our own questioning. Perhaps we can start questioning why we keep questioning ourselves. For what reason do we do that? For what reason do we have to do that? And what positive does it bring to us? How does it help us become better people, become better us? Oh. That's not to say we shouldn't think first before we do something. But how much do we have to do that before we get to figure out when something is worth doing? Or before we put ourselves out there and try that thing that we've been wanting to try? And how would we know the answer to those questions without trying? Is it possible to figure? Yeah, it is possible to figure out. Yeah. How would we truly know the question? How would we truly know the answer to all those questions without trying or before trying?